Hello. Possessed by a spirit, Jesse's here to welcome you to skeptical folks doing things and stuff. I didn't even try this week. You do it.
Oh, okay. Hey, welcome to Lads Looking for Dads.
The power of suggestion is deep and strong.
Did I get it?
Completely wrong.
Okay, no, it's perfect. Welcome. We're here again. It's Sunday.
Some 80s vintage watch going
You
on
bet
there?
it is.
Does it talk to you?
No, but it did tell me the date, which was convenient because I forgot it was Sunday. We're here, Super Bowl Sunday.
Woo!
Far more important.
Yeehaw.
In the daytime, nonetheless, this light shining behind me.
I was
it's
about
all
to say,
natural.
look at it.
Yeah.
Your fucking God rays are on.
Woo. All right. What are we talking about, boys? What were you going to say?
You said what we're talking
I
about.
thought you were
and my
taking the
mind
lead
went
on this
blank.
I can take the lead if you want. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
go
you've got
for
us
it.
talking.
Okay, so
I got
Jesse is like super convinced about this Sasquatch video that's submerged on
Yeah, it's
online.
Submerged.
Yeah, it's apparently some
From the
Sasquatch,
I've fished up this Sasquatch.
and it's some video of some Sasquatch just like walking through snow or whatever. Like what kind of camera was it? It was like a
Traffic camera.
yeah, that's what it was. And he's super convinced that this thing
that instead of one of the millions of people in the world in a costume, it's a Yeti.
Okay, I saw it and it just looks like
Sasquatch.
somebody walking.
Different than Yeti.
No. But he's in the snow, man. When does Sasquatch in the snow
Yeah,
become
what's
a
the
Yeti?
difference?
And yeah, when does a Yeti leaving?
It's
warmer.
based
climate?
on the
Continue.
geographic
Geographic.
location.
Okay, so you're telling me a Yeti could get on a plane and he could go to some Hawaii and then all of a sudden he's a Sasquatch.
No, they have mini Yetis or mini Squatches in Hawaii.
Micro Squatch. Nano Squatch.
I did not know this. Tell me more about these mini Yetis.
They're
Sasquamini.
Squatches.
They're not a Sasquatch, they're just squashes.
They're not
It's
as sassy.
It's
They're
a horse apiece.
squashed, you
A
know.
horse apiece.
Yeah.
Are you being serious right now?
Is that the official measure?
It's a horse apiece. This is a horse and this is a horse. They're the same. It's a horse apiece.
I don't know what kind of math that is.
I thought you meant like the mini Yetis were just the size of horses.
That's what I thought. And then now that you've explained it, I'm like, oh, did you just come out of the Great Depression? What's going on? Why are you using these ancient terms?
That's a good term.
Basically, what I understand, he's like, it's a horse apiece. You have one horse and another horse, and they're equal.
Equality
So it's a
for
horse.
all of my equine friends.
Yeah.
We are
Either way
fighting
you look at it,
for
it's a
rights.
horse.
Okay, so you're
That's
saying
what
there
that
is no...
means.
Then why did you get upset when I said Yeti for Sasquatch if it's a horse apiece?
I don't know. No!
I didn't know about mini Sasquatches.
Yeah, mini Squatches.
In Hawaii.
Yep.
You're full of shit.
No.
Squatchelito?
Nope. Huh?
Yeah.
The fucking mini Yetis.
The night march.
We need to revisit the Night Marchers.
Yeah.
Jesse's changed his response is related to that now.
If you guys missed the Night Marchers episode, it's dudes with drums.
I'm not sure if that's the synopsis I'd have given.
Okay, go ahead. Give your best synopsis. Go ahead.
It's Hawaiian warriors with drums.
Austin over here being PC.
Fire.
Yeah.
Or the magical root that makes them go, up, not that way.
Is that ayahuasca?
I think it's called tea or whatever, right?
Ayahuasca.
Wasn't that the plant? Z.
Oh, I forgot, dude. It's out
Dude,
of my head.
I didn't retain anything from
Roll
that.
it back.
Dude, you missed. You missed. What was it? Stick Indians.
How was that?
It was spooky.
Stickindians.
Yeah, was it good?
It was spooky, man.
I could draw a stick Indian.
Go ahead, do it. When you start talking about them, they get summoned, dude. So go for it.
Fuck that.
Come on,
He's
man.
out.
A live summoning. Super Bowl Sunday. Summon, summon, summon.
I should have told him after he drew it.
I would have just taken that torch and burned it.
There you go. Yeah, set Patrick's house on fire. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Die.
And I will haunt you for the rest of my life.
No way. You'll get insurance money, bud. You'll thank me later.
I don't think it's, $80,000 for this house.
I think it's more than that.
I don't have
With
to
the current market, it would probably work out to more.
maybe. I'm not planning on burning the house.
Come on,
To
let's
make
try
a
it
small
out.
fortune. Plus, there's this evidence that's basically us planning to burn his house. So I think he'd get nothing.
No, we fended off a demonic stick Indian summoned by Jesse's negligence.
Oh man, I like it.
Yeah, like act of God.
An act of demons.
Yeah, I don't know too much about the mini squatches, but
Yeah, weren't we talking about the Washington Squatch that's probably just a dude in a coat?
no,
What? What'd you say?
they don't even make coats.
Mini squatches, because I've never heard of
I've never heard about the mini squatches either.
Let me
That's
look it
interesting.
up. I don't know too
Squatch
much
break.
about it.
Anyway, so yeah, this video that he was talking about.
Was it in the chat?
No. I didn't know about it. He was talking about it with somebody else, and I was like, "What?" And he was so convinced that he's like, "That's it, dude. That's evidence of it. Case closed. It's real." But it is a
Mysterious little people of Hawaii, Sasquatch and friends.
that sounds like a cartoon.
It's my favorite Buckethead album.
Just like, oh, this Squatch is a lot friendlier.
Over there is angry Squatch. He's always so mean to me.
They call them
Sound like Harry Potter. man.
Mini Hun.
You're a wizard, Squatchy.
They are legendary little people that are said to populate, or once have populated, the Hawaiian Islands. 2 to 3 feet tall.
This sounds.
They
like,
enjoy playing games and performing feats of strength by day. But at
What's
night,
that over there?
So they're just Hawaiian.
That's-
They're hairy
at
bro
night,
dudes.
At night, they work tirelessly to build structures such as irrigation ditches, temples, and retaining ponds. They are said to
that's
be
nice.
Doing some
they're said to be
community
exceptionally strong, smart, and expert craftspeople. So
Wow.
watch out.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's a lot of variables flying around there.
They are credited with building various structures on the island.
Name one.
One I have had the good fortune to visit. It is
This
are-
sounds
Mo-
like quality.
it is Mo'okini on
Oh, we're gonna get comments about
island.
that.
of Hawaii.
He built the whole island.
No.
They built the whole island.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, you can't just expect its gender, dude.
The legions of Squatches.
Seriously, this sounds more and more like it's just like during the day they have Olympic competitions
No,
to
that's
see who the strongest.
At first I was just like, it's just some hairy, short bro
So, it's a sacred site where human sacrifices were once performed. It's built of stones. It's 12 miles. It's an area of 12 miles.
That's like a town, dude.
No,
Yeah.
Bianca.
Patrick's he's making pastas.
I
Don't mind
recently
him.
saw a feline run about.
pickles. Okay, mini squatches. I don't know. That sounds suspicious. Oh, we have a guest today. For those of you who can't see, this is a mini squatch we're looking at right now.
We have our diorama
Oh,
of a
dude.
mini Squatch.
In the Philippines in 2003, they discovered Homo.
Wow. Wow, that just sounds
Wait,
like
I
a
wasn't
political.
done
It's illegal in the Philippines, isn't it?
Yeah, they throw people off helicopters.
Talk about Homo florensis.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
The way you turned and that fucking shrill squeak, it sounded like you just tore your face from the microphone, like you were
Oh my
attached.
god. Did we just become best friends, Patrick?
It's a 3 foot tall human relative.
It was
Yeah.
around what, like
Hear me out, boys.
12,000 years ago.
Ewoks.
earlier than
That's exactly what I was thinking.
yeah.
Ewoks.
They're called dwarfs.
Everybody's got their term.
Oh man. I don't know, man.
You don't believe in the mini squatches?
I've never heard of them, so no. I feel like it could
It
just
sounds fairly localized.
Yeah, it does.
Which means even if I am wrong
Oh,
about them
and
not existing,
what about the
I don't
night
care.
walk? Whatever the hell.
Night marchers?
Yeah, that's
Night
pretty
walkers?
localized, isn't it?
Maybe the
It
Ewoks
is.
fight the Night Marchers.
The
Maybe
Great
they
War.
team up.
Some would say that George Lucas actually predicted this in the Star Wars films. Yeah.
That he was inspired by.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I saw an article I was talking about, stupid article. I was just like, oh my God, people are saying that the Simpsons have predicted the coronavirus.
Oh, yeah. No. That was bullshit. I saw that. Did you watch the video?
I didn't watch the video.
And they-
I skipped
Oh my
through it. I was
God.
like, what are they? Why are they connecting it? How are they connecting
It was because like an episode in the 90s where
Yeah.
like in China they like coughed into a box.
It wasn't
and then
China.
these people got
It was Japan. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh my God, they predicted it once again. They knew it was coming.
I don't know. They have
As you
predicted a
get
lot of
vaguer
crazy
and
stuff.
vaguer, the only thing I ever thought was hilariously right was the escalator Trump thing. That hurt me.
It was spot on.
That hurt me. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, I'm so sad that's a real thing.
That was okay.
That
but-
was seriously spot
But,
on.
okay, it was in Trump Tower, and that lobby's looked like that forever. So it makes sense.
right. It's totally.
But I think in the show it's in a mall or something.
Yeah,
But
it's in a mall.
They designed the mall so it looks like the
Right.
Trump. So it makes sense. But
They predicted a lot of stuff.
no, they didn't.
they
Jesse.
they
How
made-
did they get
no,
this stuff?
They made
No.
quality content.
Yeah.
No.
That's what they.
You
did.
have like how many seasons?
You're
Like
discounting
30
this show.
seasons?
Just wait. Futurama's gonna come true too. He made that too.
What does that mean? So we gotta wait till like the
I
year
can't wait
3000?
for the cow empire
Yeah.
of the year 2878.
Yeah. The minute, next thing you know, they're just going to be like, oh, they found cows on Mars. And then people are going to be like, I knew
Those
it.
aren't cows. Those are beetles.
You're right. They
Yeah.
found beetles on Mars.
They milk them and they look like cows.
It's again, now it's Futurama.
And there's also the
No, I'm
Martian
talking
people
like
who have been booted out by
the Indians.
one Asian man.
They were Indians.
Dude, no. Tell me what other coincidence The Simpsons has done, dude.
You want me to pull this up?
I hate, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Go ahead, pull it up. I hate this argument. I hate it so much that people are like, the Trump
Yeah?
thing is creepy. That's
It's
creepy
just
and
because they
coincidental.
predicted the camera angle. That's the
Right,
thing.
right. But now it's just like the 9/11 one, you can't. The what?
Like when he does like a thing. and
Oh, but that's he's also been doing that forever.
Right.
Doing what?
yes, but it is. You gotta say.
18 times The Simpsons
No.
accurately
No,
predicted
Jesse.
the
Is
future.
this on BuzzFeed?
Business
I get-
Insider.
What the fuck?
Today on
We're
Business
doomed as a
Insider.
people.
So one, The Three-Eyed Fish, season 2, episode 4.
Okay, but again,
From
that's
the
not a-
90s, Bart catches a three-eyed fish.
yeah, coincidental.
Okay.
Okay, because of
you
course
get
mutation.
cycloptic animals all the time.
Exactly.
The
I'm not sure if that's
censorship
how to use
of
that word.
the
or if that's a
censorship.
word,
Hey,
but it sounds
hey.
good.
Go ahead.
Cycloptic.
the censorship of Michelangelo.
Didn't his like thing just fall off in The Simpsons? Isn't that what the joke was? That like his junk
His
just broke off?
dingus got flingused.
I think it just broke off, or something. No.
It doesn't tell me what happens.
Hey Pat, while you're
Uh,
in there, could you do me a favor?
no, don't do it.
Hydrate me.
Oh, me too. Hydrate your boys.
So the letter
Drink
for
water.
the Beatles.
The letter for the Beatles.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
Letter
about
from
the
the Beatles.
I don't know anything about the Beatles. Austin, you're the musicianist.
The
No,
musicianist.
it's
Yeah.
not.
What is that? What is that?
That's the music he
It
enjoys.
ain't. It ain't.
Animal noises.
In September 2013, 2 Beatles fans from Essex,
Essex.
there we go,
Oh, two Beatles fans had sex. I believe in
received
this.
a reply from Paul McCartney to a letter recording sent to the band 50 years ago. Blah blah blah.
Ooh,
Siegfried,
look at this service. Thank you,
Siegfried,
my man.
and Roy attacked. The tiger attacked him.
Okay, but that's also bound to happen. How many wild people have wild animals? That
Horse meat scandal.
People were making like comedians were making jokes about them
The horse
getting
meat
eaten.
scandal.
What's a horse meat scandal? I don't know anything about that.
I'm assuming something in relation
in The
to
Simpsons
horse meat.
or the real life.
These-
That's what I'm saying. I think they're just throwing shit out there.
9 years later, the food and safety. Ireland found horse DNA in over 1/3 of beef burger samples from
Horse
supermarkets.
DNA.
Bingo. Dino DNA.
Just the guy at the Food and Drug Administration. Bingo. I found that horse DNA. We got to alert him.
So autocorrect in season 6.
Autocorrect. You mean spell check, right? Somebody just took spell check and they're just like, what if you just...
What if I didn't have to push the button next to the floppy disk?
Right. You can't... No, they did not predict autocorrect.
Smartwatches in season 6.
Okay.
Episode
But
19.
the same thing, yeah.
That's not smart.
I can save 7 notes on this bitch.
Dude, for that technology, yeah. Plus, the Power Rangers, smartwatches.
Why does that say that's meat?
It says that's neato.
Oh.
That's the first one I have. Set,
Smartwatches isn't a thing, man.
People,
You have one.
Okay,
the
I know what you're saying, but like...
The concept of
Simpsons-
smartwatches existed in the 70s.
Right, them trying to predict smartwatches isn't a real prediction. You can't tell me that.
Robotic librarians? Librarians.
So you mean something that's computerized.
Robotic Liberians! They predicted it! The Simpsons had it again!
You can top S6. I knew exactly what the fuck you talked about, but like, what?
The discovery of...
The Schrodinger...
Higgs-
no, Higgs boson, that's what it was.
Yes.
I don't know.
Did they name it the Higgs boson?
The God particle is what they were like calling it.
Yeah. See?
What?
The Higgs and boson, why it's called that.
Why, thank you.
Yeah.
That was so genteel.
That one I haven't looked too much into, but I've heard that one, and I don't know. I can't discredit that yet. Austin? Thoughts?
Okay, so he literally just claims that equation does that.
Yeah, he figured it out.
But it doesn't. That equation doesn't actually do that. Have you seen the equation for the mass of the Higgs boson?
Well, sometimes I just see
It's so weird though that it's
a half.
cartoon show with people who are like,
See, if Futurama actually made a formula to solve a paradox, that like a genuinely in an episode, that's just a guess they took, but it's not like the actual thing.
But it's right.
Like you're predicting the mass before
But
the
it doesn't even.
math
But how
exists.
would you know? It doesn't say it's right. It just says that they predicted the Higgs boson.
Yeah, it does it now.
yeah, dude.
So because he pulled it out of nowhere, but I can't pull a defense out of nowhere.
That would be illegal.
That one is... No.
We're
Yes.
not trying to get
No.
to the
Yes.
Senate. We're
How?
trying to have a podcast.
The Ebola outbreak?
I'm waiting.
Okay, I'm done with this concept. What's next, boys? What else we got? What's been happening?
Disney buys 20th Century Fox?
No, I'm done. What's next? What's happening?
Jesse is a strong believer of this, man. And it's like, I love Jesse, but I
Who's
just
been
hate-
being spooky internationally? What?
Faulty voting machines?
Do we think there was a conspiracy
The U.S.
theory
beats Sweden in curling in the Olympics?
about the plane Iran? shot?
Nobel Prize
What
winner?
plane?
The Nobel Prize winner?
He's still on it.
Lady Gaga Super Bowl halftime show? That's pretty weird, too.
Okay, but don't you
Dad,
think-
Dad, look at it.
But they did that. No, okay. Here's my concept on it. Right? They see it, whoever like the production team is to do the Lady Gaga thing, and they're like, we should just do that. It's what do you call it when you retain something without knowing? Like,
You ever heard
stand-up
about that
comedians do it.
Fukushima? They're putting more of that radioactive water in the other water.
No, Jesse. The Simpsons does not predict the future.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Welcome back, Mini Squatch.
Pickles.
What are your opinions on the topic at hand?
How do you feel?
Look at this.
Whoa, you see it?
It's spazzing.
All right, what else? What else did you see in the news? I mean,
Jesse, you keep up with the
paranormal stuff.
spook more than I do. What's been happening?
Hey, could you just watch those terms? We're trying to be progressive here.
What are you
man.
talking about?
The wacky and weird.
What about it?
Yeah. What else did you see?
I saw that Japan
Yes. Give me more. Tell me.
Approved
Oh.
animal-human hybrids.
Oh.
Ooh, chimera.
What the hell? Whoa. That was creepy, right?
That was right.
We gotta go investigate.
Yeah, but weren't they going in that
China was already doing it.
Makes sense.
Maybe that's why they got the coronavirus. Dummies.
No.
Or it's probably because they ate bats.
Honestly, where do y'all stand on the coronavirus? Because I've seen a ton of conspiracy theories around that, too.
what conspiracy theories have you seen?
That it's man-made.
Okay, so here's the list. One, there's 1 million or more people infected.
Yep,
Okay,
I've heard
the
that.
numbers are off. I could see that.
I've
yeah.
heard that.
Wuhan is shut down.
Yeah.
Military lockdown.
Right.
Yep.
Everyone is armed except for the civilians.
Really?
And that currently they know it came from one of 4 biological labs in Wuhan.
Yeah.
I heard there was something related to
However, I
snakes.
could only confirm 2 of those labs, so I don't know if the other 2 even exist, and I couldn't confirm any of the footage I saw.
What footage did you see?
I saw one of 3 dudes in like hazmat gear,
Okay.
with guns waddling around in a city, and then random Chinese.
But I mean,
speech
don't you
in the
think that
background.
makes sense? Like you have an epidemic and like people
In a
get
communist
crazy.
country?
Right.
That's
right.
what I'm saying. It doesn't
Right.
seem too crazy. It's
Right.
just-
Right. They're just
it's
like
just
if shit goes
communism.
down. I've seen videos of like people where they were just like they were like dropping dead pretty much.
Yeah,
And,
I
like,
saw the convulsing.
yeah, there was a whole gymnasium of them like just convulsing.
See, I haven't seen that one. That looks unrelated.
I know it's
No,
related.
it is. It's
but
bad.
super
though.
offensive.
Oh God.
Super offensive.
Okay, so what's the conspiracy there?
Good Lord. So the conspiracy is that none of it. I can't confirm any of that.
The numbers make sense to me. Why they
Yeah,
wouldn't
the
report,
numbers
like-
make sense to me.
Right.
However, they also don't due to the lack of spread internationally. Unless they're lying internationally, in which case that is a cabal of evil.
Then we're all screwed.
Yeah.
Who,
I mean, that
Bill
is-
Gates predicted like some big virus that would like
You're thinking
destroy a lot
I
of
think-
people.
No, it wasn't Bill Gates.
Yeah, it was.
It was people talking about it. It's always been a thing where it's just like, what are potential threats to the human race? A meteor, biomass-produced weapons or whatever, all kinds of stuff.
Mutually assured destruction.
Right, exactly. But, I mean, I don't know. Like, isn't that just kind of like the default on certain, like, mass epidemic kind of things where they're just like, hey, we shouldn't, like, freak people out by making them be more concerned. So let's sugarcoat
But what
them.
if they need to be more concerned?
There are a lot of people. Like, did you ever watch back when the swine flu was like happening?
Right.
There were like people.
Make sure to talk loud, boy. You ain't near one of these.
Yeah, get close.
I'll just put it on the little
Text.
thing. But like, it's basically there's a point where like people.
What's your
like,
point?
Where like in the like YouTube community or whatever, people were like, I'm a part of like an EMT squad or whatever. And they're just like, and there's gonna be checkpoints where they're gonna like keep everybody with the fucking swine flu out, and it's gonna be like this weird quarantine thing, and it's like really like rationing it up, and you're like, and then here we are, and it's like, well.
Did you see that someone has it on a cruise ship and like 6,000 people are quarantined on the cruise ship? They won't let them off.
Yeah, I did see
That's
that.
terrible.
That happened with swine flu too, though.
Okay, but
I
they
remember
do have
people
it. It's
quarantining
not like
goats.
they might have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she doesn't
Her
have it
husband.
now.
It's her husband has it.
Really?
She doesn't.
Which is funny because she's the one who came down with it, but she.
She has the flu.
Yeah.
Apparently, her husband has it though. I think that's why they're still on quarantine.
Interesting.
It was just that they were like just keeping it anyway.
What are you cooking?
Jesse's hungry. Welcome to Jesse Eats.
Welcome to Jesse's mukbang.
Okay, but even so, like it's just like I don't know. That makes sense to me. Like I still don't see the conspiracy.
The conspiracy is because none of that's what's being stated.
Okay, but that's not okay. Don't you feel like that's not a surprise at this day and age?
I think the big thing's the bio labs nearby, because there are rumors going around that it's from eating bat soup.
Yeah.
I've heard there's a correlation with snakes. There was something about how it was developed from snakes or something like that. Or the
Okay, so
snakes
that
are
could be
spreading it.
related to the biolab, and I just
Yeah.
haven't heard it. But I've heard a lot of stuff how the biolab supposedly released something on the public to test it. Now Wuhan's locked down.
Well, isn't that
It
kind
is
of like
locked down,
how
right?
they end up getting like all these other viruses that some animal gets it and then it mutates and then it's
You have to
able
be
to
in-
transfer?
Well, because
to-
they're in such like close proximity to the
In a
animals.
communist country.
Right,
It's
no.
just like plagues in the Soviet Union.
right.
It's going to be way worse there. Over here, where it may cost you, your limbs, but you could go to the doctor and they'll be like, "Oh, well, we're going to put you in a bubble for a week."
It reminds me of that movie Contagion. Is that what it was?
Contagion,
Yeah.
or containment.
No. Do you know what movie I'm talking about? The one
Catalina wine mixture.
where like mass like the Earth is just like dying from like this virus that was the
Talking about,
War of the Worlds.
happening,
no.
not the,
It starts with a C. It's
The
like
trees.
Contagion or
there is a movie called Contagion where they're like
And
in quarantine,
Contaminant.
where they're like all in a
yeah, and then you like find out at the end how the virus was created.
Resident Evil.
Pretty much. Isn't that the thing too? That this lab has
Supposedly
the,
the umbrella. It's like
Yeah.
a green and white.
Yeah, of umbrella.
It's the Umbrella
suspicious.
Corporation logo.
Yeah.
But green and white instead of red.
So some say that Resident Evil actually predicted this virus coming out because they have the same logo, and it's just a bunch of viruses going out. Now we're just waiting for the zombie infestation and the tyrant and the nemesis. Don't shake your head at me like that.
You just told us for like 15 minutes about how the Simpsons vaguely predicted things because they included things in episodes.
He's a time traveler.
He's not a time traveler.
Who?
Matt Groening.
Groening?
Yeah.
No.
I hate that video. I know what video you're talking about, and that guy just goes on, and he's just like, I'm convinced, man. Come on, man. Tell me how it is. Tell me you're a time traveler. We're ready to hear it as people. It's just like, that's not what's happening. Stop.
We're ready to hear it as
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
We've evolved.
You're too excited about it. No, you're not credible.
Have y'all seen all the things about how the space station is fake because of reflections?
Is this like the moon landing kind of thing? theory?
It's dumber. It's way dumber. It's just like reflections in glass, and
This is our last one. All
the
right,
woman
so tell
doesn't
us.
understand glass. So she's like, "Here, you can see a reflection of the space squids," and you're like, "What?" And then you look at like the video from the other angle, and you're like, "Oh, it's that spacesuit there on glass."
Nice.
And she's convinced that it's the space squids, and then she finds like an evil face and just a random snippet of an arm move, like pointing all this out. It's like, the demons have taken over the ISS and returned it to the Earth's core, or some crap like that, and it's amazing. I'll have to find it. It's worth a watch because it's the dumbest thing you'll ever see.
Tight,
Wow.
dude.
Yeah, that's great.
And to wrap up this week, what are our thoughts on Hollow Earth?
No, that's Pat's
It's
baby.
not true.
He's gonna edit it out. This has been our stew mix of
This
paranormal
is called freestyling.
freestyle. No, this is like the jambalaya, like
I love
Yeah.
me some jambalaya.
this is our sangria, our jungle juice, if you will.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know,
Everclear.
our mix.
Welcome to Paranormal Punch.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.